Jiesselle, are you ready for your first question?
Yes.
The work for the Director of Public Relations is known to be constant. There will be sometimes moments where you will not be able to take a break from work, even when needed. If there are multiple event posts and graphics that have to be made that week, how will you approach the workload without burning yourself out throughout your term?
Thank you for that question. I want to continue the system that our current Director of Public Relations has in place, such as the graphic request form. And I think through that request form, I would like a week's or two notice, just so that I have ample time to devote enough attention to each graphic. However, I do want to mention that before I'm a Samahan executive officer, I am also an SDSU student first. Yes, my Samahan duties should be prioritized, but I also need to balance my academic life and my career as well. Can you repeat the last part of the question, please?
Yes. If there are multiple event posts and graphics that have to be made that week, how will you approach the workload without burning yourself out throughout your term?
I will make sure to allocate more time to graphics or on events that may have to be prioritized more than others, especially if it's given within less than a week's notice. In situations that graphics are deemed to not come out on time or I feel like I am burning myself out, I will definitely reach out for help, whether it be through media team, Able Shadows, or any other media co-leads, as we as a community should be able to uplift each other, and that's what amplifies our values of teamwork and collaboration. So I think working together to produce the best outcome will make sure that I'm not burned out and also produce best graphics.
Thank you. Are you ready for your second question?
Yes.
AB Samahan often has busy months that usually begin from the middle of the semester until the very end of it, that involve big-scale events such as the Summer Reveal, Friendship Games, our high school conference, and Filipino-American Culture Night. Some of these events require you to create merchandise and flyers. How do you aim to represent the organization while maintaining your personal style?
When I started graphic design in high school, I really found that I love to just represent an organization's vision and story however they want it. But I also think that as a personal sake, it's very important to keep my creativity alive by also putting my own personal spin on graphics. And I think when it comes to merchandise and stuff like that, it's important to balance not only what AB Samahan's image and what they want as an organization to be represented on merchandise, but also to put my own spin on it and put my own creativity and my visions onto it. Because that only keeps the work fun and exciting, but it also makes sure that this organization's needs are satisfied.
Thank you. Are you ready for your last question? Our main form of communication to our general body is through the use of social media, mainly Instagram. To improve member retention, we host a scale of various events throughout the year, with some months having 1 to 3 graphic deadlines per week alone. On top of that, there are graphics for other announcements, and sometimes people will not inform you about a graphic until right before it's needed. How would you go about setting boundaries with individuals you work closely with while maintaining a professional environment?
Thank you for that question. As I mentioned before, I really do want to utilize and make sure that everyone knows about the graphic request form and make sure that they give me ample time, such as 1 to 2 weeks. However, life happens, and if it were to be if someone to give me a graphic request form with little time, I think that I should, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Of course. How would you go about setting boundaries with individuals you work closely with while maintaining a professional environment?
I mean, in AB Samahan, we can grow and we learn as a community, and we've built this great community. However, entering into an executive board position, it's very important to establish boundaries about our work. And I'm also a human too, and I have personal needs that need to be met along with graphics. However, I do understand that sometimes these graphic requests might come without ample time. But I will make sure to prioritize those graphics as long as it doesn't also interfere with my academic and personal life. But I will try to prioritize and fulfill my duties to the best of my ability.
Thank you.